Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about one of the book, which is the family book I thought. So now let's get started. Now let's talk about the book. This book is a colorful and child-friendly picture book that introduces children to the idea that families can look very different, but all families are important. It promotes love, care, belonging, and inclusion in a simple way that young children can easily understand. What I found especially meaningful is that the book helps children see that there is no one normal family type. As future educators, this is important because children come from many different family backgrounds and all of them should feel respected and represented. So now, this tells us about the centered perspectives, culture, social, and family group representation. This slide shows both the strengths and limitations of the book. On one hand, the book positively represents many family types, such as single parent, adoptive, step, same sex, and multiracial families. This is a strong, inclusive message. But at the same time, some perspectives remain underrepresented. For example, the book does not deeply explore disability, religion, indigenous identity, refugee experiences, or socio-economic hardship. So, while the book is inclusive, it is also important for educators to recognize what is missing and extend the discussion in the classroom. Now, this is about bias, prejudice, and stereotypes. One important strength of this book is that it challenges stereotypes about what a family should look like. It teaches children that families may be different in structure, but they can all still provide love, care, and support. This is especially valuable in early childhood because children are already beginning to notice differences. So instead of allowing bias to develop, this book helps educators guide children towards empathy, acceptance, and respect. So now this slide is all about opportunities for equity and inclusion. This book creates opportunities to teach equity and inclusion by showing that belonging is not limited to one kind of family. It helps children understand that love and care can exist in many different family relationships, including biological and non-biological ones. However, the book has also gaps. It shows diversity, but not always in depth. For example, culture, language, disability, and indigenous experiences are not explored strongly. So, as educators, we should use this book as a starting point, not the final resource. We can build on it with further discussion, additional books, and family engagement activities. So this is about strength-based approaches. This slide looks at the book from the strength-based perspective across children, families, and communities. For children, the book assumes they are capable of understanding difference, learning empathy, and valuing others. For families, it presents all family types as loving and meaningful rather than focusing on what they may lack. For communities, it encourages acceptance and belonging by promoting respect for diversity. This matters because strengths based practice helps children feel proud of their own identity while also appreciating others. So, this slide is about pedagogical application. In this, from a pedagogical perspective, this book is very useful in supporting culturally responsive teaching. It aligns well with the EYLF because it promotes respect for diversity, belonging, and fairness. It also connects with the national quality standard, especially in building partnerships with families. Educators can use this book to invite children and families into conversations about different home experiences, values, and identities. In practice, this could include family sharing activities, drawing family portraits, or class discussions about who belongs in a family. So, this line is about theoretical and scholarly integration. This slide links the book to three important frameworks: intersectionality, anti bias education, and social justice. First, intersectionality helps us understand that family diversity is not only about the structure, but also about the culture, class, language, ability, and lived experience. Second, anti bias education supports children to question stereotypes and treat others fairly. Third, a social justice approach helps children notice exclusion and understand why inclusion matters. Together, these frameworks show that this book is more than a storybook. It can become a teaching tool for developing empathy, fairness, and critical thinking in early childhood. So, these are the academic sources I use to support my analysis. Thank you so much.